Let's start by discussing the recently announced fight for the status of the next contender for the lightweight title. Let me remind you that on February 26, Islam Makhachev and Beneel Dariush will lead the tournament and find out which of them is more worthy to challenge the belt in this category. Naturally, the former king of the lightweight division, Khabib Nurmagomedov, gives his assessment of what is happening in the lightweight division. So, he believes that Dustin Porier has a better chance of defeating Charles Oliveira. This is possible. The American can drag the Brazilian team to the deep ocean that's in the championship rounds because it has an advantage in physical stamina and mental attitude. He respects Oliveira's so-called red zone, his Brazilian jiu-jitsu skills, and believes that none of the fighters or the current roster should test themselves with such an opponent on the floor. Dustin Poirier himself recently stated that he was heartbroken after their title fight. The American called his loss a bitter pill that was extremely difficult to swallow. According to Dustin, when you're still in the arena and even move home, you don't realize what happened. When you get up under a farm shower or find yourself alone with yourself, the new reality definitely hits your conscience. And to accept this is an extremely difficult and lengthy job for any of the fighters who were on the verge of achieving their dreams. Returning to the challenger fight, Khabib supports his brother in the face, Islam. He believes that it's Islam who will be able to defeat Dariush in 2022 to win the belt in the light category and return him back to Dagestan. However, Beneel radically disagrees with this, emphasizing the differences in fighting styles between Makhachev and Khabib. He calls Nurmagomedov the king of chaos who knows how to navigate the ongoing octagon of madness, while Islam is more methodical, technical and calm fighter who adheres to a certain game plan and listens to the advice of his corners. We also reveal another interesting fact about this fight. At Khabib issues, Makhachev was promised a double bonus in case of a victory over Dariush. He called the leadership extremely interested in the conduct of this fight, but doesn't indicate whether the new conditions apply to Beneel himself. What do you think? Would it be fair if only one athlete has a chance to double the fee? And again we return to the champion cohort. Glover Teixeira spoke about his teammate Alex Pereira. At last UFC he performed as well as possible and showed improved skills on the ground. How Glover explains, 3 more combat and he will take the fight with Israel Adesanya, of course in the absence of injuries and other interfering circumstances. Alex himself identifies himself as the main 3-2 stylebender as he knocked out easy kickboxing twice in the Glory promotion. However, it's not necessary to say that this fight will take place so early, since at the moment Pereira is not even included in the top 15 list of middleweight fighters. Also, the test from Michailidis was very mediocre, since there are still many extremely strong wrestlers in the division ahead of them, ready to test the strength. Gilbert Burns, recently challenged by teammate and best friend Vicente Luque, commented on his position in the welterweight division. So he believes that his defeat to Kamaru Usman was extremely devastating due to a technical knockout. As Gilbert himself notes, in order to return to the title race and earn a new chance, he needs to win 2 more fights in a dominant manner. It's desirable that both fights will be very bloody and spectacular. However, his last battle against Stephen Thompson showed that Burns is also willing to use his strengths in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu often, which is frowned by most MMA fans. Do you think Burns should just win or strive for bright finishes in all fights? Also, Gilbert explained why he considers Kamaru Usman to be greater than George St. Pierre. In his words, George transferred his opponents to the ground and scores them there. The Nigerian Nightmare, on the other hand, interrupts his opponents in a standing position and was able to withstand 2 bloody massacres in his arms with Colby Covington and 1 with himself. He also believes that Usman is better than St. Pierre in terms of wrestling. And what if both fighters met in their prime? Then Kamaru would be the clear favorite. Rob Font considers Petr Yan to be the full-fledged champion of the bantamweight division. This is how the UFC management itself considers him, which handed over the interim champion belt with Urabe, which means the defense of the title. Font himself calls Sterling clown and believes that he is not worthy to take the championship regalia, as completely dominated that fight from Yan and just getting a series of powerful blows. As Rob notes, he cannot remember a single moment when Aljamain would have succeeded at least something conceived according to his game plan. Getting him the title is nothing more than a sad set of circumstances that is holding the entire division down. And let's finish with the pinch of boxing. Stipe Miocic spoke out about YouTube star Jake Paul. He considers YouTuber to be an ordinary guy, dynamically developing in boxing. According to Miocic, Paul has a purpose and knows how to listen to his coaches. However, Stipe notes, his future fight with Tommy Fury will be extremely difficult, and the future of the YouTuber will depend on this event. What's next? Like, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Here just like you. See you soon!